Hi, I'm Olga Star. Let's talk all things star seeds, and let's start with how to watch the video. I'm going to go quite slow about it. I want to make sure that you connect to the information properly. You understand the way I work as well, so you benefit to the max while watching the video and receiving information from me. So the first time, just play the video on the background and kind of tune in and out and see what's happening there. Just let it play. Then once you actually have time, you can sit down and take notes, because you will have information coming to you independently of what I'm saying. Then sit down, put the video on, say hi to me again, connect to my frequency and listen to me. And as thoughts will start coming to you, or you will have your activation happening again, I'll explain in a minute what it means. Then make your notes and just feel what happens to you during watching the video. Activation. The word activation is used very loosely right now by me. I don't mean that you'll be like, whoa, I know exactly what's happening with me just by listening to Olga. I act a bit like a boost, and if you do have a mission to fulfill on Earth while in this human body, if you do have believe you may be a starseed, by listening to me, just connecting to my voice and the information that I share, you will have a little bit more trust to what it is you feel, that it's allowed to come forward. And do listen to me carefully how I speak to you guys as well. I don't say, oh, any information that you thought before is correct. I'm saying listen when you connect to me, see when you feel you can trust yourself for the information to be released or come forward from you. Starseeds is a term that's used very loosely to describe previously anyone who believed they've had previous reincarnations on any other planet prior reincarnating here on Earth right now. That's a terminology that's been used forever, and it's been specifically assigned to those who did have some memories of previous life form of sorts elsewhere, and they had some memories, maybe distant memories, maybe not quite like, oh, you know, I'm awake, I'm here on Earth right now, but I definitely believe, I know, I have these visuals, I used to be a warrior on Mars planet. It wasn't that vivid for many of them, and there were other signs like people didn't feel they belonged here. They would be born and they had a very acute awareness that this planet is not their home. But that was before. Right now, starseed term is applied very loosely to pretty much anyone who have had any experience elsewhere, other planet, other form of existence prior reincarnation on Earth here right now. I work with starseeds, as many of you know. Like half of my work is crystalline energy and half of my work are starseeds and highly sensitive empaths. And lately, when I do readings for starseeds, I see that people come to me with the term starseed, but then I recognize that some of them come as hybrids. For example, when the human structure, the human vessel and the human soul would be contracted with other civilization to facilitate their frequency integration with the human structure. And it's not a possession or anything like that. It's a very mutual exchange, rewarding program, symbiose, if you like. If you have this kind of hybrid structure, then the team that is assigned to you works energetically through your lineage and helps to remove karma. Karma is something I'd like to actually have a completely separate video on, because karma doesn't apply to every single starseed, and that's really important to know. Yes, karma is real. I didn't want to believe it for a long time, but let's do another video on the topic. So back to starseeds. We also have other reincarnations who are ethereal beings prior incarnation here on earth, which means they don't have any memories at all. They won't understand, oh, there is alien civilization. They do, however, connect with the fact, I don't feel this is my home. I don't feel I belong here. They may feel extremely overwhelmed with the presence of large groups of people, and not even physically. Even, let's say, if you are using some apps like Clubhouse, if you're in a room with lots of people, you will absorb a lot of information. Absorb maybe not the right term, but you definitely will perceive a lot, and that can overwhelm you very powerfully because you haven't owned a physical vessel before. So you don't understand how energetic interaction is passing through the vessel energetics, and can get stuck if you don't know how to kind of wash it over. As an energy structure, you have your mechanisms whereby interacting with other energetic structures, you perceive information and then you move on. But when you have a vessel is like sugar, like what's happening? Why am I perceiving all of this? Why am I so sensitive? And starseeds who have had an ethereal background, they are highly sensitive empaths, and then they have their own issues of dealing with this physical vessel. So those are like little quick dots and whatever we want to call it, trying to explain that star seeds at this moment in time is a general word signifying anyone who has come to earth in this reincarnation to facilitate and support our humanity's spiritual evolution to our next stage of awareness. Let's talk about signs, how you can actually know whether you're a starseed or not. Sign number 1, you have very clear memories. You are born aware. The moment you learn to speak, you embrace human language, you will tell your parents or your friends, I've been such and such alien being to this planet, and these are my memories. Those cases are becoming lesser. There's more awareness. Sign number 2, when you're born, literally when you're a little child, a baby, you know, I am here to make a change. I am here because I'm on an important mission. It's just so embedded in you. You can't remove it. I'm so leaving that in the video because that was... So you need to remember with me, if any of you follow me on Clubhouse or come to my workshops, then you know that very often once my energy is spiraling out, to embrace those who listen to me, connect to my energy and activate them further, my internet crashes, things fell down, and we had beautiful music playing on the background occasionally, which is really cool. Slightly inconvenient though. Going back to our signs. So this first one, I said clear memories. A second one, when you have a knowing. Third one is really, really important. You have an ability of telepathic communication. Now here again, I have to be very, very careful. Telepathic communication, you were born with that innate ability to telepathically communicate with the others, and you will have memories of that throughout your adulthood as well. You may have lost the abilities because once we learn to actually use the language, then it's becoming really complicated for us to hold on to telepathic communication. But don't panic, we'll have it all back. The other sign, the fourth sign, I would say, is slightly traumatizing, because that's when starseeds really struggle to accept this right now is our current environment. We don't feel this is our home. We don't feel this is our planet. We literally feel alien. we find very difficult to find social interaction. We will talk, yet we will find it overwhelming, misunderstood, maybe threatened by. And sadly, starseeds who exhibit these kind of signs often end up with addictions, and it's really difficult to treat addictions in starseeds. I find it's possible. However, starseed need to exhibit own levels of self-control and take charge of their mission, first of all, and their existence here while in this vessel. And the final one is very interesting. It's when you have an awareness of many of the previous signs that I've described, like you were either born with memories, or you have an awareness, you have a mission to fulfill. You also have a belief that you've been here before in an important role, like you would be a Lemurian priest, or you think you were Queen of Sheba, or you would think you are Jesus Christ reincarnation. There is such a thing about starseeds. We have imprints. Imprints are not actually lives we lived through, just to be very clear. And again, if you want me to make a video on imprints, let me know. I'm happy to make it. Meanwhile, you can find me on Instagram, DM me. I still have an old article floating about online somewhere describing what imprints is, but very briefly right now, imprints is, let's assume, prior reincarnation. By the way, when I say assume, it's kind of, this is how it happens, but in a very simplified version. Like, I cannot even grasp how to explain the full structure of reality, how it works for starseeds to be reincarnated here. The first thing they do once they agree to the mission, no one comes here against their will, by the way, guys and girls. The first thing they do, they go through the training, because for many of them, they have no idea what humans are, what humanity is. It's more about calling and desire to be a part of something big happening in our cosmic evolution. You are going to this training platform, and it's pretty much, I think, what many call Akashic library. It's like an information storage database where you access a relevant life experience. So if someone went through a life experience where they accumulated data that will help you navigate in this human reality, will help you stay on course and drive you forward, you will relive the experience. The trick is you will feel it's your life. It's actually a full immersion, but it's not you. You are reliving through someone else's experience while thinking it is you, but initially the ideas were not yours, the drive was not yours, you're just learning. And you may go through many imprints like that until you're born here, and you don't need to learn, like, you know, we learned that we have to push the handle to open the door, or we have to press the switch a light down to switch the light on. So this is the kind of things to help you understand what's happening to us. We are learning what it means to be a human through other lives experiences, prior reincarnation here. Because if you wouldn't do it, we would be born here and we would be like, what? That would be just like no ability to communicate, integrate. It would be just instant pull out of this existence. With guidance through imprints, when starseeds come here, you will have those memories somewhat. You'll feel drive towards something. They'll support you. For example, if you believe you were a priest previously, have a look at what it means to you to be a priest. What does it mean for the community? If you have a belief you were an astronaut, let's say, again, you need to analyze what does it mean to you, what you bring to the table. And just before I close the video, I wanted to address an aspect that now all starseeds are forced to go through the full human experience. And the reason I want to address it, because many are surprised, why did I not have memories? But now you all get talk and it makes all complete sense to me. Why was I not aware of that before? We did have previously reincarnations where you were allowed to come into the vessel with a lot of abilities that are innate to you. Unfortunately, once you're on a lower frequency, owing the vessel, the ego kicks in and your superiority kicks in. You do not have empathetic communication with humanity. You do not have the humility you need to work with humanity. And many starseeds basically went off tracks or created their own religious movements, or basically played with humans. I don't mean like physical play, I mean more mental play, you know, would create certain organizations and say, okay, if you follow me, you're going to do this, but everything was for their benefit. So currently we have a rule: every starseed has to go through the full human experience. And I've seen case after case when many will not be even aware they're starseed until they have full family experience. Many even have children, and then they're like, I have this information coming to me, I think I'm crazy. And I'm really lucky myself, me, Olga Star, because usually starseeds come with a team that will guide them to me, to explain to them what's happening to them, and then obviously the work starts and they get furtherly activated. And many find it just immensely rewarding, realizing that the innate knowledge they had, that they're here on a mission to facilitate something for humanity or for the cosmic community, and they do get this validation through me that yes, I am here to do that. It's not even just tears of joy, it's undescribable, this feeling. And you can see the lives are blossoming, you can see how perception of them changing about being a human, understanding why they're going through this experience, and learning a little bit more about the energetic structure, and actually, well, starting to fulfill their mission on a more profound level, I guess. Well, thank you for watching the video. Give me a thumbs up, obviously, if you want to see more of me, because I'd like some encouragement as well. Otherwise, I'll just go back to my crystal listings, you know. And if you'd like any more information, I'm no longer available to like give one-to-one conversations. It's my job right now. I do charge a lot of money for my readings because I take a lot of time to connect with you. Many of you come with masked energy, and I often take a few days just to connect to you properly, to see the real you. So it's a lot of work for me. However, on a general questions or any knowledge, if you want me, please send me messages, subscribe to my channel, get notifications, or send me DMs on Instagram. I do respond to everyone briefly, and then I'll make a video so I can help to more of you at the same time, while I still can work with customers who need more one-to-one attention. And of course, please visit my crystal shop. At the moment, it's by-olga-star-free.etsy.com. I will keep that shop, and I'm trying to open another one for private special orders. Okay, thumbs up, message me, and any topics you want me to describe or address in YouTube, let me know. Bye.